Ding, ding. Ding. Ding, ding, ding. Welcome back to the Jenna Julien Podcast. This episode is brought to you by delicious food delivered with Postmates. Guys, right now you can get $100 of free delivery credit when you download the Postmates app and use code Jenna Julien. It is a delivery service app that makes delivering from your favorite restaurants and food establishments very easy and quick and efficient, and we use it all the time. So hit Jenna Julien in the app as your code, and you will get $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. Also, Farmer's Dog. Start feeding your dog food that they actually love, made with whole, real foods, not highly processed nonsense. You want your dog to get the best nutrition that they can, and they also absolutely love it. We've been feeding our dogs Farmer's Dog food for months now, and they love feeding time. They go absolutely nuts for it. Right now, you can get free shipping and 50% off of your first 2 weeks when you go to thefarmersdog.com/Jenna Julien or click the link in our description. Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors. No.
What do you get?
Nice try.
What do you got over there?
Da-na, da-na, go Pats. Congratulations, your team won.
Your team too.
Da-na, 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 da-na. I wanted to take a nap all day.
You want to take a nap even if it's a good game, though. It was an especially boring game.
So boring.
But even
there
if
wasn't even like good commercials.
Well, the commercials were.
We were blessed with
so
Maroon
bad.
5. But that Julian Edelman, oh, I just love him because I'm a mom. It's a very niche impression and reference, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if someone gets it. Actually, I'm not going to be surprised. You guys get
okay,
everything.
here, the original quote is... Okay,
since we've gone this far,
Julian asks me to do it all the time. She goes, "Oh, is this Daughtry? Oh, I just love this because I'm a mom." And then she dances like this. All right, it's Lois from
Family Guy. It's a really funny impression. So Jenna's been doing that a lot, and it makes me laugh every time.
Well, there's one episode where all of a sudden Daughtry comes on. And he's like, "I'm coming home." She's like, "Oh, is this Daughtry?" Like, oh shit. But then there was another episode when Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like choking on my tongue. He moved into the house next door, and Peter was like, "Lois, it's Rob Gronkowski," and she's like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck about him." She's like, "That Julian Edelman." It's like, I'm sorry. Every time.
All the moms love Julian Edelman.
Oh my God.
They go crazy for his arms and his beard. I do too. I mean, I don't blame him.
Oh man.
MVP,
okay.
baby.
I'm so sorry. But anyways, I've just been doing that nonstop for several days now.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird Super Bowl. I mean, I'm super happy the Pats won and made history, and it's just incredible to watch them win so many Super Bowls. 6 in the last 18 years blows my mind. But at the same time, it was kind of a boring game. That's fair. And the commercials sucked. They were very disappointing. The whole thing felt underwhelming, just from start to finish.
I just like at the end of the game when all the reporters and everyone's just like swamping Tom Brady. Why is that still a thing? Like, why does that exist?
When they swarm in the middle of the field?
Yeah, why does that exist? That's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it exists because it's just kind of the way it's been, and no one's
stupid.
changed it. It's stupid.
That's fucking stupid.
You see, like, these cameramen just fucking getting gnarly with each other. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
Yeah, it's really so stupid.
We all know, like, we all see what's going on. You don't need to all get the same fucking picture.
I don't get it.
Also, that woman who's a reporter got pretty much trapped and almost trampled.
Yeah, she got fucked up.
Like, pretty bad.
But she was getting upset too. You know, like in her mind, she's like, "I have a Tom Brady exclusive right after the game. Everyone get away from me."
Yeah, I mean, she wanted that interview. She got it too, but that was gnarly. And they kept it rolling too, which was weird. There was like no commentary. They were just like, everyone's hot mic'd and you're just watching all these grown-ass people like fight with each other to get to one guy.
It's so weird. I've played plenty of sports games, nothing like the Super Bowl. But if anybody tried to touch me after the game, to be like, "Get away from me."
Well, you're not.
Fuck
off.
off.
Once you start getting paid the big bucks
my
to
culture
play
of
the sport.
Yeah,
well, once you start
for
getting
sure.
paid, that's part of the job.
Oh, everyone just gets to touch you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's in the contract. You have to do media interviews, and sometimes that means you're touched.
No.
Yes.
I disagree. If I was Tom Brady, I'd be like, "Everybody back up. Quit touching me."
You would get fined.
I don't care. You just start like stiff arming
You
people.
would get put in jail.
Oh man, they're so frustrating.
Tom Brady unleashes his epic stiff arm after the game's over, only on reporters.
No,
We're
he
like,
just
damn,
puts,
I didn't know he could stiff arm like that.
he puts his arms out and does that thing you do when you're a kid and just go like this.
Helicopter.
Swing 'em around, yeah. If you get hit, it's your own fault.
That's part of what makes, like, I don't know, that's part of what makes, like, a pro athlete what they are, because otherwise, like, most people...
What, a level of patience that is godlike?
Yeah, you
God
just won
tier
the Super Bowl
patience.
for the 6th time. You're setting, like, stupid records. You're the best that there ever was.
And
but
there's
you
a bunch
still
of people in
have,
weird suits touching your face and your
Yes.
butt and your body
Yes.
and squishing you.
You're literally
and
getting...
I just finished. Can I get some water?
You're literally getting verbally and physically accosted at a 360-degree radius without ever even getting this hug Giselle. You're just there. But you're still
Giselle
at work.
can't come down there. She'll get swamped too. He doesn't want to subject her to that.
She would get swamped. She probably did come down there, though.
Motherfuck. Whatever. Anyways.
Anyway.
That's not what the podcast is today.
Well, thank you guys for watching. That's it. The worst podcast ever. 2 seconds of our take on after the Super Bowl. Well, no, we have some other interesting thing that Jenna wanted to bring to the podcast.
So I feel like my mom does this thing, right? No hate to my own mother.
Love you,
Always the
Debbie.
blessing and we love. But she does this thing, right? Where every once in a while she's like, I was just moving stuff around and I found all of this. And you're like, you moved across the country. Like, then you moved to Oregon. Like, you've moved all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
How can you not notice just a box of things that you move in with you, I feel like she sprinkles them on me at nice little intervals at her own when she's willing to get rid of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the Debbie machine must have had a software update, and then these files appeared, and
Exactly.
she sent them over to you.
Exactly. So this at Christmas time, well, she had FaceTimed me and showed me some fucking hilarious artwork like pieces. There's one that says like, don't train your dog with a club, that I don't remember which one of us drew, me or my brother, but it's literally just a picture of a man like in front of a dog, and it's like, don't train your dog. Like, what the fuck is that? Don't train your dog with a club? We didn't have dogs.
It's pretty straightforward, if you ask me.
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
So weird. Like, kids draw weird shit, man. But
Kids be like,
yeah, this says don't train dogs with a club. And it's a picture of a husky and a man with a club. And then there's also a picture of me in an outfit that says, to mom. I don't remember if this is a Halloween costume, but I'm a tree. So there's paper and a small little animal inside of a hole in my stomach, and my head is the tree.
you were Jenna from day one. You were the exact same as you are now from day one.
Always.
Every little thing I see, like when your mom sends a picture or like these sorts of things, nothing ever surprises me. It's like the funniest thing because you have this like indescribable thing about you
I'm
that
just
is just
like a
Jenna.
really offbeat kind of person.
It's like better than offbeat. It's like you've created something else that's not a beat.
What is it?
It's noise.
A drum?
It's a good, beautiful, unique butterfly noise. Okay.
Yeah, but imagine that. I think it was like maybe 4th grade or something, and everyone's like a princess or like a cop or like a firefighter for Halloween, a Ninja Turtle, and your girl
Astronaut.
is a fucking tree.
Oh man.
Hello?
That's pretty hype though.
Anyways, my mom at Christmas time brought some of my short stories. She said that I wrote so much stuff, so I'm excited to read some of that. I have not read all of those, but I did read. So when I would get in trouble, my mom used to always, always, always make me handwrite apology notes. So like some of them were like repeating what I had done wrong. And some of them were like, you need to apologize to me, and you write it down. You go to your room, you think about what you did. You're grounded for 2 hours or whatever, an hour, and you write me a heartfelt apology. And if it's good, I'll forgive you, and then you can be not in trouble anymore. So I would go to my room and I would fucking cry and be all upset and write an apology letter. And so apparently my mom has hundreds of these, just like piles of them.
Amazing.
Well,
And they're all to her.
They're all to her.
Because she's the one who you wronged.
Well, yeah, I lived with my mom,
Yeah.
Yeah. So she blessed me with some of the ones that she kept. I don't know if she kept all of them. Probably not. But that was like her thing. We always wrote handwritten thank you notes,
Yep.
and we always wrote handwritten apologies.
Yep.
And when I read some of those at Christmas time, I can't believe the level of sabotage I feel from her keeping them and laughing, or reading them from a child and laughing. Like, how dare you?
Her doing this, not even keeping them, but her just making you write these letters was all about laughing at you.
I feel like
Even from the beginning, she was
right?
laughing. Yeah.
It's not really about an apology. She wanted a good fucking joke that day. You know what I'm saying? She wanted 2 hours of quiet time, and then she wanted a fucking good belly laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, she literally wanted to be entertained, so she made you write her entertainment.
Well, like, when I was a kid, I didn't have TV in my room or like a phone, like nothing. I had, a radio and some books or like my journal. You could draw,
Yeah.
For me, if I had like, depending how old I was, maybe throw on some makeup if I was fucking bored, maybe paint my nails or like play with my ferret. But like, this is about it. These are the extent of the things you could do in your room. So when my mom grounded me, I would sit like right in the doorway because I was technically in my room, but also could like maybe hear like what was going on downstairs, or like if someone had the TV on so I could hear it, I hated it.
Different times.
Oh man,
But
being grounded for 2 hours was just like, it was
Torture.
a fucking eternity, man.
It's crazy though. Just like, I'm so glad that I was like I had slightly more at my disposal entertainment wise when I was a kid, but I'm just so glad that I'm not a kid right now. I say that all the time, but it's like looking at like
not very fun.
Yeah,
like all of this is written down and someone physically saved it, but like kids now, it's like everything you've ever said is like on the internet.
Yeah,
that
or like
sucks.
all of the awkward
So
that you go
embarrassing.
through in like middle school. There's like Twitter videos of it now, and you're just like, fuck, like, good God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like funny, but it's at the same time, I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I'm not growing up in that.
Right? Or like the kids on Vine, right? The little girl that I love, the country boy, I love you. Like, no matter what she ever does, that video always exists. Like, that kind of sucks.
As a child. Yeah. Dude, like, I was the
Even
worst.
though it's a 10 out of 10 video and no one should ever hold anything against her. If anything,
No,
we should lift her up.
I hear you, though. I can't even imagine the amount of, like, horribly cringy things I did as that age, and no one ever is going to know about them, so deal with it.
Well, that's not true. There's plenty of people that remember them.
Nobody.
Sure.
I just don't talk to them anymore.
But your
out of
parents
out of sight, out of
remember.
mind, baby.
Anyways, my mom gave me some of the stuff that a lot of it I had to write for school, but I don't know. I haven't read these stories, so I really want to read these.
Oh, that graphic. Look at that.
Should we start with this?
Yeah, start with that.
Okay, I'm gonna omit these people's last names, but let me read. I'll read their poems first, and then I'll read mine.
Okay.
Because I see one that looks fucking amazing.
These are just poems.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this says something like Spiders Spotlight. So I think Spiders was like our first grade class or something, or second grade, third grade. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was our group. And this must have meant that we were the best in the class. So we were getting a spotlight for our writing. These look like poems about animals.
Okay.
Okay. This one is called Mammals by Elizabeth.
Sick.
Low key, she was my best friend. We grew up like right by each other. She's fucking the shit. Okay.
How old were you, sorry, in this? What grade?
I don't know. I don't remember, but this looks like first, second
Okay, elementary
grade.
school.
Yeah. A mammal is a creature that has to breathe air. You and I are mammals. We are warm-blooded and we have hair. Lots of mammals have tails. 5 ellipses. Bunny, rabbits, seals, and whales. Oh, Libby fucked that one up. That was good. Okay. This is Dogs by Aaron. Dogs all around, up and down, and on the ground. Everywhere you look, there are dogs up and down all around.
Sick. I love that one.
It's pretty good. Okay. This is Animals by Tom. Animals, reptiles, mammals too. Don't you think they have a fun job to do? They can run or jump or sleep all day. If you say a fish is a mammal, I say no way. Okay.
That slapped.
Spoiler alert, that kid went to like an Ivy League college, so.
That he deserves it. Every bit of education, understandably, He better got a scholarship, great paying job.
Okay, this is Puppies by Aaron. Puppies, puppies here and there. Puppies, puppies everywhere. Puppies, puppies, I want one. Puppies, puppies, they are fun. Puppies, puppies, snuggle and warm.
Okay, that was just selfish. That was all about you.
I don't know.
That was just, I mean, think of someone else for once.
My guy. Okay.
Aaron.
And now, last but not least,
There we
let's
go.
compare mine to my classmates because I haven't read this. Mammals by Jenna. A mouse is a mammal and so is a dog. A frog is not a mammal, it is an amphibian.
Jesus Christ.
A duck-billed platypus is a mammal too. Ooh, I'm going for that obscure shit. Even though it lays eggs. Ooh, a semicolon. A bat is a mammal that flies. And a mammal is you and I.
You covered so much ground in one poem. And like, you're like trying to like, you're playing basketball and trying to cross the reader over and like break their ankles with that poem.
Okay. To be fair though, like everyone else's was sort of like a poem. Mine has 2 fucking semicolons in it. 2. A duck-billed platypus is a mammal too. Semicolon. Even though it lays eggs.
Semicolon. So not only are you hitting them with these sick misdirections, but you're laying on this like advanced grammatical style.
But they're not correct.
It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to say that at this age. You just see those, dude, you see those semicolons and you're like, shit, bitch. Where did you get those semicolons? Why is the bottom one longer? I've never seen that before. What does it mean?
Okay, compare me to my other classmates though, because I feel like I had a lot of information. Clearly, this girl loves science. You know what I'm saying?
Let's have a little bit of analysis here between you and Aaron.
Then we got other things to read. Which Aaron? The girl Aaron or the boy Aaron?
Aaron.
Wait, I just said I was going to omit their last names.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, we can bleep that. We'll bleep that. We'll actually bleep that. I'm sorry.
Can you fucking chill?
No one heard it, okay? It's bleeped, so just... Aaron, the second one down the page. Just dox this kid. My problem with his poem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He says puppies 10 times in a 5-line poem. He says it twice per line. We get it, okay?
Yeah, but
it's
it has a
about
rhythm. It's a good... All right. You know what? Let's just move on.
I just want to...
Okay, go ahead.
They're fun? Really? Puppies
are.
I know that. Something I
Did
didn't
he
know
lie?
is a duck-billed platypus is a mammal too. That's informative. And you're bringing something to the table at age, 10?
Thank you. I wasn't 10.
5. How old are you in?
Probably between 5 and 7.
So 10.
No.
Okay. Whatever. I just think yours was... It was
different.
It's definitely different.
I think I got highlighted because, I went off the beaten path there.
Also, you brought it to the reader. You said just like you and I. Whoever's reading this, you're involved in this now.
I draw you back in. Okay, so
what's our timestamp so I can know when to bleep that name? Okay, we're good.
This showcases what looks like my beautiful drawing ability, which I don't really have any. But I think this assignment was to copy a book jacket and sort of write about it. So this is called the Great Gerbil Roundup. I don't get it. Wait, I think Elton was... So in the book jacket it says, Elton Wazoo's parents are divorced.
Ooh.
If he is with one of his parents, rarely the other one is there. Elton has blonde hair. He also has a strong personality. He is a wise kid because in the book, Elton was one of the only ones that knew the roundup wouldn't work out. I liked this book because it really kept me into the book. It was interesting, funny, and emotional. I recommend this book to animal lovers because the gerbils have a role in the book, ROLL. They have a role in the book that makes you feel like breaking down and crying until Miss Wazoo saves the day. This book is extremely funny and wonderful. Where are you going? Oh,
I like that.
Then on the back it says, Gerbil, Pennsylvania was the most unheard of town that anybody knew. Until Elton Wazoo and his father moved there, Mr. Wazoo was part of a company called Interpetco. Mr. Wazoo built a farm that bred gerbils. Gerbil wanted something to put on the map to the town. This is just a book report. I thought that was going to be better. But if you can see this,
Incredible illustration.
I can't draw for shit.
What is that on the left? A key?
Look at this gerbil.
Oh, shit.
I literally don't think I've gotten any better at drawing since then either. Like, that looks like something I would draw now.
I like this. This is like a cool little style you got. It's like doodly.
I don't think so.
No, it's cool.
Okay. I think this is written and illustrated. This is called the Yin-Yang family, which clearly, an art teacher taught me how to take a thumbprint. Mm-hmm. And then you turn it into a yin-yang.
Oh my God, that is your thumbprint.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm doing nothing.
You listening to the story? Hello?
Yeah, I'm podcasting. That's what I'm
Okay,
doing.
great. Amazing. Hey, said Sam, you can't do that in Monopoly. You can't go to jail to go and get $200. Ken Top said to his sister, too. They're yin-yang thumbprints.
How many times did you dip your finger into ink
A lot.
throughout this?
Mom, said Sam, Amy cheated in Monopoly.
Oh, rat.
Don't talk to me like that, said his mother. You're punished.
Oh my God.
Amy was laughing as hard as she could. Sam stomped up to his room and made shouting noises. He slammed his door. His room was full of yin-yangs, of course, because they were the yin-yang family.
This is a very literal interpretation of the title.
Suddenly, he heard crunching noises, AGRD. He looked out the window and saw bear tracks. Ooh. Oh,
the plot thickens.
Exciting development. What was the bear doing with his apples? Maybe next he'll eat Sam. Sam rushed out of his room to see what it was. There he fucking go.
Dude, there's so many. Oh my God, there's so many yin-yangs.
They're all just thumbprints. He's studied the crushed apples and then the tracks. Sorry, I stapled the book too close to where I wrote it, so all the words are cut off. Near something, he had heard the faint sound of walking. Okay, here we go. Oh, he ran over to see what it was. Oh, I should have known, said Sam. It was their next door neighbor's dog. Ooh, listen to how I spelled neighbors. Nabors.
Honestly, that's how it should be spelled. Neighbors.
Neighbors. He had stepped on the apples.
Oh, it was a misdirection. An inside job.
That night, Sam apologized to his mother. Wow, we have a theme here, don't we?
Yeah.
They had spaghetti, SPAGGETTIE.
You just thought, hey, I know there's a lot of double letters in this word. Let's just throw them all in
Spaghetti. For dinner and for dessert, they had fresh apples with cinnamon sticks. Wow, tying it all together. Look, I really mailed it in on this Yin Yang member.
Oh, God.
Family.
Well, no, because this is the back of them, so you're not allowed to see
Right.
the yin yang.
Is there one more page or is that it?
Well, is there no, it's just the
That's
back.
it.
Honestly, 10 out of 10. Book report.
Thank you.
/ illustration.
Thank you.
I love the artwork. I love how every single, except the dog doesn't have a yin yang. He's just a thumbprint. Or is that the bear?
Yeah, no, he's the dog.
It's the dog. This is good.
Thank
You clearly had a creative process for this, Speaking of process, don't feed your dogs highly processed foods, guys. Feed your dogs farmer's dog.
Julian.
Fresh, delicious food that is healthy,
Did you have
real,
to segue during my
and
stories?
unprocessed, okay? You can get it right now at thefarmersdog.com. Basically what it is you go online, you fill out some information about your pet, their size, their breed, their eating habits, and you go through the order. It's very easy and simple. And then the food arrives in a box with pre-portioned packages, so it's very easy to feed them. Basically, so for instance, we have the Iggies on the same diet, so we feed each of them like a quarter pack a mealtime. And it's very easy because it's it comes pre-packaged and you don't need to measure out with cups and everything. It's all ready for you. And it comes in a box with, it comes cold, it's fresh, and you put it right in the freezer. And then the day before you're ready to feed them, you put it in the fridge and defrost slowly, and then they're ready to eat. It's the easiest. We've gone through so many different meals for the dogs, and this is by far the easiest. And they honestly love it the most because it's just really delicious and good for them. Right now, guys, you can get 50% off your 2-week trial of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/Jenna Julien, or you click the link in the description and let us know how your little pupper loves it. I think you'd be really happy with the results. Everyone wants to do right by their little pet. So you can do right by yours by getting the Farmer's Dog. Also, guys, do right by yourself. When you want something from the grocery store or from the fast food joint down the street or from wherever, all the way 10 miles away, get on Postmates and have a wonderful Postmate bring it to you quickly, efficiently. You get to see where they are on the map the whole time. You can sit on your butt on the couch. You can get work done. You can get Postmates delivered to your office, wherever you are throughout the day. They only, they're all over the place all the time. So if you think, you might not have a chance to go out because you're too busy doing something, Postmates is there for you. It's a super convenient app, and honestly, we use it all the time. It is so cool that they sponsor us because it is genuinely like one of the most used apps and services we do use currently. Even if it's something around the house, dish soap, batteries, tape, you can have a Postmate deliver that from whatever store has it near you. And right now, Postmates is giving you $100 of free delivery credits for your first 7 days when you use code Jenna Julien in the Postmates app. So just download the Postmates app, save the hassle, and get going with the awesome delivery service that is Postmates. Thank you, Postmates. Thank you, Farmer's Dog.
Thank you, sponsors.
And carrying on here.
So I was just looking at this because this is a story, but this is stapled on to a different story because this one says Ode by Jenna Mori and is just a page of something that's different than the rest of what it's stapled to. Because this says personal experience.
That font.
Yeah, but this is a different story. This is just one page of a different story. So I'll read this one. Okay. It's called Personal Experience.
Here we go.
Which was written in 1998. How old was I in 1998? 12. Thank you, Julie.
What?
I don't know if this is like, if this is missing a page or, I don't know.
It sounds like she gave you incomplete.
Yeah, well, it's all just sort of like put together. All right. This says, it has no title. It just says personal experience. I miss him a lot. I moaned in a high, whiny voice. There's nothing we can do, sweetie. He's gone. My dad was trying to get me to feel better about our cat running away. He had feline leukemia, a highly dangerous cat disease. But I didn't know about his sickness. I was only 4. For the record, this is a true story, I think. This sounds like it. Because our first cat, Kato, was a cat that came to our lake house. And we started feeding it because we liked it. Big mistake. Now he's our cat. You know what I mean?
So he just showed up one day?
Yeah.
That's
so,
wild.
well, he had always sort of been like a, a street cat.
Yeah.
But he loved us. But he did, I think, eventually run away because he was sick. And yeah. Anyways, this is a real story. We'll just have to get another pet. Daddy sighed because he knew I wasn't going to want a new pet. I wanted Kato, my favorite cat. Why don't we just go to the pet shop today and get a new pet? My dad pleaded. Okay, I sighed.
Fine.
In the car, I was all jumpy. I completely forgot about my old cat and was happy just to get to see other animals. Lollipop Farm, I said with curiosity. This was my very first time there. That was it's like a big animal rescue place, basically.
It was actually called Lollipop Farm.
Yeah, and then I volunteered there later when I was in high school, but it's dope. It's like all
That's awesome.
It's like our big shelter. I ran out the door and gasped when I saw all the doggies and kitties in the windows. I galloped inside like a horse in a parade. I ran around the pet store screaming with delight, Daddy, let's get this one. But I always got the same answer. No, we want a baby pet. We looked at some mean, ugly dogs that barked and yipped and woofed and made loud moaning noises. I walked over to a small, quiet dog. I held out my hand so he could sniff me, but I guess his way of greeting me was drooling all over it and licking it back up.
Kermit.
By now, my brother had disappeared somewhere. I started to cry because, when you're little, you're always wanting someone to be there with you, even if they are, in all capitals, really dorky like Devin.
Get him. 6-year-old Jenna, or 12-year-old Jenna's a savage.
I went wandering all over now, and then old ladies would say, "Are you lost, little girl?" "No, I'm fine."
Nah.
Finally, I found Devin. He was crouched down on the floor. But what did I care? I just let all my feelings out. I was so mad at him for leaving me by myself. I said, that's all typed out.
That's you yelling.
Mm-hmm. "Hey, Jenna, look at these cute kittens." "Kittens? Why didn't you say so?" "You were too busy running around telling those old ladies you were fine and doing your wow-wow-wee-was that I couldn't tell you." I crouched down like Devin and peered into the crate. All of the kittens were female and white with gray on their noses. They were only 4 weeks old. I was delighted at their playfulness. I stuck my finger in the cage, and they all came over and licked it. They had rough sandpaper tongues. Just then, my dad walked over and said, "Where were you two?" "We were kitten hunting," I said. "Which kitty should we get, Daddy?" I said, full of excitement. "It's up to you and your brother," he replied. I peered back in the box. Just then, a small black ball of fur in the very back corner of the cage poked his nose out from in between his paws. He was all black except for the tips of his paws, under his armpits, and on his stomach. He had gorgeous green-yellow eyes that shone like glass. Oh, beads. His delicate white whiskers twitched. He sleepily strode over to his water dish and lapped up some water. He stretched himself out and yawned a big yawn. The pet shop keeper told us that he was a male. He started playing with the other kittens' tails, and they didn't appreciate it much. My dad was talking to the pet shop worker. "I like that black one, Daddy," I screeched. Wow, I was a fucking brat, huh?
You wanted what you wanted.
The pet shop worker pulled the trembling kitten out. The poor thing was shaking all over. The pet shop worker handed him to Daddy. He was holding him too high for me to see him. I was just squirming with excitement. "Let me see him, Daddy." "All right. See, you support his hindquarters and you..." "I know how to hold him, Daddy." The terrified kitten was staring at me like a nuclear war had just broke out. Oh.
You have an incredibly descriptive way of writing at 12 years old.
"Thank you, Meech." I held him on his back, which you're not supposed to do, so that I could see his face. His fur was so soft and silky. I could feel his little heart racing. His little whiskers twitched again. "Can we get him, Daddy?" Huh? "Sure, sweetie." I grinned so hard my face ached with pain. Jeez. In fact, I think I scared the kitten. Daddy grasped him with his monstrous hands and gave him to the pet shop worker. They took him to this room where people that were wearing big white jackets. Daddy said they were doing something so that we couldn't have babies. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I ran outside to feed the goats while we bought the kitten. We hopped in the car and cruised to the nearest pet store. We bought food dishes, toys, a bed, and combs for him. "Hi there, cutie," I hummed in a sing-song voice. "Leave him alone, Jenna," my dad pleaded.
Please, for the love of God.
Stop fucking talking to him. He needs to adjust to his new house. We had gotten home, and I was sticking my head into his pet transporter cage farther than he could stand. Finally, he gained enough to creep out of his cage. Naturally, the first thing I did was sit down and observe him. He sniffed and marked everything. As time went on, we found out that he was allergic to beef and he was lactose intolerant. Oh my God. But we found that out the hard way. I wanted badly to name him Daisy, but we wound up naming him, look at this word, Benito Benzing Bombolini.
Oh my God.
Or Benny for short. Today he's an annoying, stupid, lousy, no good, begging, spoiled brat, but I love him no matter what.
Wow.
I'm not making that up. That's what it says.
At the very end, you just go fucking ham. Like the last sentence. I gotta say, like, your writing is impressive for 12 years old. I feel like you do a good job of telling it how it is, even when you're telling how annoying you're being in the story. Mm-hmm. And you're very descriptive. It's good.
Thank you.
It's a good story.
Yeah, that cat hated us. His name was Benny, and he absolutely hated us.
There was something that you said that was really funny. Sing-song voice. I love that.
Why? Because I
hummed in a sing-song voice. I think that's just a really cute thing to say. I don't know.
All right. On to the most embarrassing.
Oh, here we go.
Aw, this is a letter to Santa.
Aw.
I thought I had more of these. Oh, okay. So this one,
God, yes.
This one it clearly says in my mom's handwriting, "I will not speak rudely to my mother." And then I filled up the entire piece of paper with "I will not speak rudely to my mother."
Bart Simpson style.
Bart Simpson style.
The whole thing.
Okay. This is a letter to Santa.
Okay.
This was written in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in cursive.
The most useless skill you ever learned in school.
I like cursive handwriting.
Yeah, but it never became necessary to know.
Yeah, it never really took off.
At no point did you actually have to, like, they would promise that you would be pretty much screwed without cursive. And then at no point did you ever need it again. Except for your own signature, which everyone already knew how to do. Mm-hmm. God, I spent so much time struggling with cursive.
Stop trying to make cursive happen.
Right? Fourth grade, fifth grade teachers, like, back off. Mm-hmm. I want to write how I write. Cursive just looks nasty.
So I was 11, I guess.
Okay.
Dear Santa, I'm so glad it's crossed out, finally spelled incorrectly. Finally Christmas. I know that you and your elves work so hard, ! Since I know that you will get tired and will need your nourishment, please accept these cookies we have to offer you. I'm sorry that we did not bake these cookies or even buy them. They were a gift to us from the Schwabs, our friends that are so kind.
Oh my God. Re-gifting to Santa be like.
One of our neighbors gave us Christmas cookies, so we just put them out for Santa as well.
Guilty conscience made you write that in the letter. You did not have to write that to Santa. He would never have known they were from the Schwabs.
Oh, man. We did have cookies, but we gave them to our neighbors. The milk.
Wait, what? Then they gave you cookies?
Yeah, we always gave our neighbors cookies.
So you just exchanged cookies?
Always.
They probably re-gifted some of yours to Santa too.
Yeah, probably. I hope so. The milk is 1%. I hope you don't mind. My brother Devin said that we should give you skim milk because you are too fat.
Oh, you're just such a rat. Just ratting on your brother when it doesn't even help you.
Oh, man. Oh, this is so terrible. I'm so
It's
sorry.
so cute, dude.
If you like skim milk better, there's some in the refrigerator. I have been very good this year, or at least I think so. Everyone else has been good this year, too. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. Love, Jenna. P.S. If any of your reindeer get hungry, there are carrots and apples in the fridge.
Adorable.
That's really cute.
Very cute.
Yeah, I really am just a rat, huh?
Well, you want everyone to know like what you are a part of and what you're not a part of. Because if something's going on and you're not playing a part in it, you need them to know about it. You didn't suggest skim milk. Your brother did. Also, you just gave him free rein to go in your fridge. Santa,
yeah,
take
we
whatever
trusted him. Beach. All right.
All right, what is this?
I think this is an apology letter, which I hope that my mom can give me more of these because these are great. Dear Mom, I don't know when this was written, but this looks like my handwriting is much younger than the one we just read. So. Dear Mom, it was wrong of me to call you names and you don't deserve it. You didn't do anything to me and it was very wrong of me to be mean to you. Next time if I call you a name for no good reason, I will lose N64 for 1 week and I will write you 2 pages of apologies. I'm sorry in huge letters. I will try not to call you names because you don't deserve it. Thank you for the Pizza Hut pizza! !
Damn, you got Pizza Hut?
It was very good! ! What a treat! 4! !
That comes off a little sarcastic.
No, it wasn't.
Just kidding.
Thank you for helping me with my paper, even when I was rude to you. I guess I'm just a little tired today. I was getting used to the 3-day weekend and going to school made me grumpy.
Aww.
I'm sorry. Love, Jenna.
That is so cute. You're just like, I don't want to go back to school, so I'm grumpy.
I still feel like that, though.
Aww. That's so cute. I can't get over that. That's really cute.
Okay. At the top of my mom's handwriting, it says, if Jenna is not downstairs by 7:05, then she does not. I can't read that. I've never been able to really read my mom's handwriting. Something. Let's see. This says, Dear Mom. Well, first of all, this is written in like 5 different pen colors. So I definitely had one of those clicky ones with all the different colors. And I was really trying to make this, something thought out. Dear Mom. I'm sorry about what happened this morning and all the mornings before. It's not fair for you to keep driving me to school when I miss the bus. I think that to solve this problem, I need more time. So at night, I need to have all my school stuff ready. Then in the morning, I have to be downstairs by 7:05 instead of 7:10. If I still miss the bus, I will have to walk to school if the weather is not horrible. If you end up driving me, I will stay in my room all afternoon. I hope this plan will work. Sincerely, Jenna Mori. Both cursive and printed.
I like it. I like that you're proposing a solution.
Well, that was half of the apology. You can't just say I'm sorry. You have to like say how you're going to fix it.
Exactly. So you would take the bus, but then when you were late for it, you would just tell your mom. You would just have your mom drive you.
Well, like, so the bus used to pick me up at the end of my street. So, a couple minutes walk or run or whatever. But like, weather depending, it would be there at like 7:05, 7:07. But like, he's on time every day. And if you're just like a minute late, then you miss the bus. Yeah. So I imagine that's, after a couple of days of just being a couple minutes late, my mom's like in her bed, not fully ready to just like be up. I'm like, Mom, I missed the bus again. And at that point, it's too far. If I walk, I'm going to be late for school. So she just would be like, all right, I'm going to drive you, but I'm not happy about it,
No. Yeah, and that was a school bus. Yeah, I never had a school bus.
How'd you get to school?
Well, we had a public bus. Like, it's actually called the Big Blue Bus in Santa Monica. That's what we took. So I took that to middle and high school. Elementary school, we walked because we were close enough. So we walked to school. My parents mainly walked.
I always took the bus. I took the bus till I was like 17.
Yeah, I never ever had an option to do that. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because our schools are too big or something. There was no one bus route either because there was like it's such a big area. Yeah. But no, that's really
Once my brother got his license, then he would drive me sometimes, but he was always too busy doing like cool kid shit to ever like drive me places.
Like outside of driving you to school or just like.
Well, sometimes he would drive me to school in the morning, but like I played sports or like we did different stuff after school. So I had to like walk home or take the bus.
Yeah.
Or have a quarter to call my mom to come get me.
Yeah, I feel like that was the good and the bad thing about having older siblings is like both of my older stepbrother and my older sister had cars way before I did. So I would be able to have rides pretty often in like high school and stuff. But then I also had to take the bus quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, once my brother went to school, then I was allowed to use the car. Then I had a car.
Yeah. So I do want to mention, I don't have anything on hand like this, but I know for a fact that somewhere in some closet, my mom has like books and books of my summer journals.
Ooh.
She made me keep summer journals when I was a kid. So it was basically to make me not fuck off and do whatever I want in the summer. Right. It was like I had some sort of like
I have those
routine.
Too.
Yeah, so every day
mine
in the
are
summer.
Like sad though.
I haven't read mine. I don't even know what mine are like.
Oh, it can be a doozy sometimes.
Well,
some of it's really cute and some of it you're just like, man. That sucks.
Well, I'm going to dig those up and do my best to find as many of them as I can. And also maybe even some book reports because I think some of my schoolwork was pretty funny.
Oh, shit.
And then I can do my version of this on another podcast.
Yeah. And Mom, if you have any more apology notes,
bring them.
They're pretty great.
We need more. We need more just documentation of young Jenna. It is too funny.
Or if you're a parent and you're looking for something hilarious to keep forever, it's an apology note.
That's so funny.
It worked, though. Yeah. It always worked.
I want to see the other apology notes. Something about you apologizing to your mom as a child is just so funny.
Well, because some of them are like really specific,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just like a little shit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. The repeating one is nice, too. That might be frame-worthy.
I will not speak rudely to my mother.
So good, dude. It's so funny. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing this little piece of your childhood with us. It's really cute. It really was.
Thank you, Meech. It's really funny.
It's funny
to look at. Although I did like the top of the podcast. These poems here. Were
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yours was the best by far.
No. That's not true.
Your poem was the best. I'm absolutely not biased at all. In fact, I think I was rooting for Aaron a little more, but your poem just stood out to me. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And again, I have a distinct memory of my summer journal being the bane of my existence. I hated it. And so a lot of days I really mailed it in.
How old were you?
I want to say like between like the end of elementary school all through middle school, maybe a little to high school.
So wait, how, like, your mom told you had to journal every day. Would you like check and make sure that, would she read it?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know if she read it, but I would like make sure that I showed her a full page. It had to be one whole page out of my journal.
But aren't you glad you have them now?
Well, yeah, I can't wait to see them because I can only imagine what the fuck I was writing about. Like MySpace or like an iPod or some crazy shit that was going on in my little kid life. So I will do my best to get my hands on those and bring them to you so we can explore them together. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm ready.
But this was really cute.
I didn't think I'd cry, but I shed a tear.
Fuck off. Yeah, go ahead and read my old tweets. That'll be fun. Well, thank you guys for hanging out for another podcast with us. We will see you next week on the podcast. We'll see you all week on stream. And one quick little announcement is we have recently relaunched our gaming YouTube channel. Hi. Not for anything like original playthrough content, because all of our gaming content happens on Twitch, but we are actively going to be posting clips, moments, highlights, and just videos that are from our Twitch streams on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, because I know a lot of you aren't awake.
Yeah, Twitch streams can be really tough for a lot of you to make.
Yeah,
and also,
or tune in for 6 hours at a time.
And even if you make it, if you want to go back and watch it, Twitch makes it really hard for you to do that. So we're going to... The link is youtube.com/Jenna Julien Games. We'll link it in the description. We'll probably link it in the description from now on. It might actually already be there. But just so you guys know, you will have some Twitch content outside of just Twitch now, which we're excited about. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful week. Be good. And we'll see you later.
Bye.